Alright, I've been ranting already for the last, say, hour to myself because y'all know my brain worked that way. I don't care if y'all listening or not, I'm just gonna talk. I'm crazy like that. And I think it's a good thing because they say smart people do speak to themselves, and I got a lot to say. So I'm quitting this fucking job. I told y'all yesterday I was dying to quit the job. I'm quitting it. It's over. I'm not going back there. The reality is this. I held myself accountable yesterday for being treated funny. Then got treated funny again by the same person. I ain't gonna get into what he did right now. If I happen to get into it later in the rant, fine. I'm not gonna do that right now. Just, nope. The most important thing is that I've been praying and trying to get confirmation that it's time to quit this job, and I've received that confirmation more than once but didn't trust it. That's what's been happening here. Prayed about it, got the confirmation. Yeah, you can walk away. Prayed about it some more because I see my situation. I'm not quite ready to do that. My faith ain't where it needs to be to do that. I'm scared. Yeah, you can do it. Then yesterday occurs. Big blessing for me. Huge awakening for my spirit and my mind and my personality. It helped me understand how much of an asshole I am. It's the most important day I had in probably several years. Because I really got a chance to see the inner workings of my very own flaws. And how it can go wrong if I go with them. And how it can go right if I stray from them. And felt good about that. But the energy that I felt from the circumstance, I couldn't shake. Couldn't shake it because I hold myself accountable, but there's still something to that. And I'm sure if you go back and listen to the videos, you probably sense the same thing. It's like, yeah, Brandon, you're holding yourself accountable, but yeah, this dude is doing some shit. He acting, you know what I mean? And it's not just him. There's several other people up there acting, yeah. So it's like, okay, I'm weighing my needs monetarily, which are pending at this point because things are really, really different right now for me. And then it's like, you also have my time that I'm weighing against that, which is if the Lord told me I only had a year left, the first thing I would do is quit that fucking job. Before I call any of my loved ones, before I start planning trips, before I start trying to figure out certain things, I would quit the job. That would be the first thing I did. Why? Because I don't want to waste any more time in places that I don't want to be, doing things I don't want to do, wearing hats that don't fit me. I'm an artist. I'm a playlist curator, one of the best in the freaking world. I'm a talker. I speak to you guys. This is what I do. Talk my basketball, speak my mind, talk my ignorance and my wisdom at the same time. That's what I do. I ain't no fucking guard. Excuse my language. I'm sorry if you guys got kids and you watch my stuff and I curse. It's so bad. I'm so sorry. But it is what it is. I ain't no fucking guard. I never was an enforcer, you guys. I never was. It was something I fell into by happenstance. My family were a bunch of enforcers, so it made sense. I fit the build of somebody who looks like a military man. Everybody in my family's military. Everybody before me had to do stuff for our country, for our environment. They were enforcers, bro. My mother was an enforcer. My father was an enforcer. My grandfathers, both of them were enforcers, bro. Military guys, war heroes. Like, I fit the mold. I'm supposed to be that, but I'm not that. I took more so from the creative side of my mother. She was a writer. She was a singer. She was a thinker. Someone who liked to think outside the box, create things. She had a artistic nature about herself, interior design. She really, really sparkled and shined in fashion, different areas of art. That was who she was. I took from that. I didn't take from none of those dudes that held guns and shot people out the sky and all that shit, man. I ain't none of that shit. I don't want to be that. My brother's that, and I love him, and I'm happy that he found his lane. My uncle, he found his lane in the military. My grandfather, he found his lane. I want to find my own lane because I think I'm great at what it is that I'm actually good at. That's the scary part. I think I'm great at what I'm good at. I think. So I don't want to waste no more time, bro. I don't want to be a fucking guard. Not to make a way. I'd rather not live at all. That's what I've come to terms with. And it doesn't mean I'm suicidal or no stupid shit. I'm trying to live better. I want to be here. And I've been praying for life, more life, better life, which is why I have to make life decisions such as these. Sometimes you can't wait, man. I'm sitting up here saying I'm gonna wait to the squeeze and then I'm gonna drive out of there feeling good about myself because I haven't done it. No, I can't wait. Because this situation has gotten significantly more toxic over the last several weeks, and I was already done with it to begin with. And now I'm starting to get treated funny. And when somebody starts treating you funny, you sense that there's disrespect in the air and you ain't earned it. That they just taking your kindness for weakness, or they look at you as a punk because of how you do things or how you move. They're misjudging your character and they're treating you a certain way because of it. Or they have some type of power issue where they need to be in charge of others and they can't get along with people that they can't control. Whatever it is, once I start getting around personalities like that, I start getting paranoid. Honestly. I start becoming extreme. I start trying to figure out ways of getting them away from me. You understand what I'm saying? My brain don't start working properly when I start sensing that type of disrespect. It don't go to, oh, let me try to figure out a way to put my chest out so this person understands who I am. No, I start thinking, okay, I got to get this person the fuck out of my life. Somehow. So it's like, at this point, it's like, nah, I don't want to go down that road where I'm manic and paranoid and all this other stuff that's just bad energy and derail my karma from all this good stuff that I'm trying to do. Just because some dude just out here just making mistakes. You know what I mean? It ain't deeper than that. Just a young person making mistakes. I made plenty worse ones. I don't want to judge nobody for not having it all together. I don't have shit together myself. But what I am saying is, at this point, I love me. I love myself. It took me a long time to get to a point where I could say that out loud. But I'm here. I got it. Yeah. I'm not going to let people treat me crazy, bro. I'm not going to let people boss me around and tell me I can't leave unsafe environments. Mandatory overtime. What the fuck are you talking about, mandatory overtime? What are you talking about? See, that's another thing, and it's nothing wrong with the structure of the game. I just need to get out of the game. You know, you sign up for this type of stuff. If somebody doesn't want to come in, you got to stay for longer. It's just how the game works, but I need to get out the game because it ain't meant for me. I don't want to play that game. I look at that place as an unsafe environment. I'm only responsible for myself. So if you're telling me I can't leave an unsafe environment, my defenses start kicking in the way my brain works. Like, nah, you can't tell me I can't leave here. Now, if I choose to do overtime as a favor to you or as a favor to myself to make some more money, I'll do it. But to tell me that I no longer have a right to leave and the bind that's holding me is the job or some threat of getting written up, shit, give me the paper. I'll sign it. Better yet, keep the job. I'm cool. I found a fortune cookie today. This may mean nothing to you, but if you're the type of person that I am, it means everything to you. I found a fortune cookie today, at random. Didn't buy no Chinese food. My homeboy did. I guess he left his fortune cookie randomly on top of a pay station. You know, where you put your money in to get, you know, the access to the garage and stuff like that. Found a fortune cookie. And on that fortune cookie it said, you have an entrepreneurial spirit. That's what it said. Not a worker spirit. Not a go-along spirit where you just take whatever somebody give you. Shout out to Kwame, I know that's yours. No, this is simply somebody understanding that the universe is giving him confirmation that everything he's feeling, he should be feeling, and everything he's about to do, go ahead and do it. Because you are not a worker. I was never a worker, bro. I was not an assimilator. I think uniquely by myself. I'm a unique thinker. I'm a lone wolf. I'm an introvert with an extrovert's personality. It's good for what it is that I do here. It's not so good for being in conversations with others sometimes because they think I'm something I'm not and I end up letting them down. They think they're going to get this consistency out of me and I'm just trying to get away from them as soon as I possibly can, even though I really do enjoy their energy. My brain is just fucked up. I just don't like being around people for too long. Paranoid. Self-conscious. Insecure. A lot of demons that I've been fighting for a long time that make it so that I can't be the best friend I'd love to be, the best family member I'd love to be. And I try to explain that to new people, but it always ends up going like this. It always ends up going like this. Things have soured because I don't want to be around people for too long. I separate. If you're walking with if you're a pack animal, you're gonna not like being around me because I'm gonna try to get away from your pack. I feel safer away from y'all, not with you. So I'm wired. So it's like, if you understand that, then it's hard to try to wrap your mind around my personality, because I'm so extroverted. I'm really good with people. I understand tone, I understand space, I understand conversation. I can keep conversation going. I got a lot to talk about when we start talking about stuff I know about. I listen well, I mean well. At least I think I do. I consider myself someone who means well. My actions will determine that, and you will be the judge of that, most important. But in my heart, I feel like I mean well. So I get along with most people, but I'm not consistent in their lives, and it really, really pisses people off. And I can't do nothing about it. At least not now. I'm not strong enough to, apparently. I don't want to claim weakness, but I'm not there yet. I'm just not there yet, man. And most of my real friends know that. Most of my real friends, they understand that. Maybe they resent me for it. I'm not close enough to know. Sad, but it's true. I live alone. And I believe that's by design, by the Most High, but I don't have confirmation on why that is. But at this point, I tried to assimilate myself into a group of people and tried to let them understand individually why I am the way I am, and it still didn't connect. They still wanted me to be something I wasn't. And I thought for a while that I had found people around me who had accepted who I was, but the turnaround there, it was like coming, to a new job every week, because you have to meet new people. And as you meet new people, you have to re-explain all of this to them. And I did. But some people, they just don't connect. And that's what ended up happening, man. My situation soured with the other guards, because I would spend all that time in that area where I would make these videos. But my priority was to continue to keep this going, because this is my passion. I fucking hate security. This is what I want to do, so I prioritized it. And sometimes to the detriment of the team. And I learned that was wrong, and I started to stay away from it. I made more concerted effort to try to be available, but it wasn't enough. I wasn't the man for the job. And that's okay. You get to a point where you start to understand yourself. You ain't mad at yourself for what you're not, because you know what you are, and you should be somewhere else. Just got to find where you should be. I haven't found it yet. But I know where I shouldn't be, where I was. So I'm gone. Effective immediately. And I will figure out what happens next. My effort is where it needs to be. I can honestly say this too. I'm walking out of there a better person, man. I really am. Even over the last several days, I've figured out some things about myself that I needed to understand. As I said to you at the beginning of the video, this is not a lost situation. There's a lot going on that makes sense if I were to explain it to you as it pertains to the progress that I've made as a person over the last 9 months in this place. Not to mention what I was able to do with AMC. But now it's the time to walk away. Now it's become a place where it's too toxic to work there. It's too toxic to make my money there, man. My brain is only good for certain things at this point. And even though I'm still working on my strength and hope I can continue to get stronger in certain areas, once I get to a point where I know I've reached my limit, there is no going forward with focus. I can't focus anymore in certain environments. Now it's like I'm manic. Now I can't think nothing but what I need to do to get away from it. And I've reached that space. And I have to be honest about that. I have to be sensitive to my own brain to not traumatize myself into thinking that what I'm feeling isn't okay because of how the circumstances are set up. Can't do that. You gotta protect your mental health, and you have to be gentle to yourself, because the world's not gonna be gentle to you. You have to be okay with yourself. And that's what I'm doing here. I'm choosing me. I'm saying it's okay to feel what I'm feeling. It's okay to walk away from a place that ain't treating you right. Especially when you know you give your best, put your best foot forward, and stayed a lot longer than you wanted to. Because I was ready to go months ago. It's just time, man. It's just time. I came home tonight and I wasn't even hungry. This shit stressed me out so much I don't even eat. I got food in front of me. I'm not even hungry, bro. That's how intense it's been there. And this has been going on for several days. Some stuff happened earlier in the week was horrible, man. I'm not going to say what it is because it's a legal situation. I don't want to put nothing on nobody, you know what I'm saying? But shit got crazy a couple days ago at that place. It's a wonderful place to be. I found a lot of peace walking around there, y'all. I don't want y'all to think that Santa Monica place is not a wonderful place to bring your family. It's so much beautiful energy, especially amongst the community itself. It was the best part of being there, was meeting people every day. So if you go there with your family and your dog, trust you me, it's gonna be a peaceful environment. And I prayed that place up too, so you're gonna feel my spirit there if you're that type of person. But what I'm saying to you is this: amongst the inner workings of the guards and the inner workings of the property and how things are going, it's just tough to be there right now, man. It's flat out tough for everybody. And I've talked to everybody. Extroverted personality, baby. That's the thing. I know everyone. That's how I am. When I get to a place, I'm saying hi to each and every soul I see. I'm not necessarily initiating that conversation because I'm not extroverted to that degree, but somehow, some way, you're going to be in my midst and you're going to know my personality because that's just how I am. You see what I mean? So it's bad because there's no consistency. I'd love to overcome that. I really would. But either way, it's like, I don't know. I lost my train of thought. I'm sorry, I did. But I'm done. I'm at peace with this decision. I've done my part. I found a man today. I gave him every dollar I had in my wallet. At the end of the night, right? The last thing I did before clocking out. I was walking through the structure, talking to myself. I was already in this manic space that I've been in. I was just, there. And I was praying. I was just basically saying, all that I'm thinking right now. Basically, I'm ready to go. And I saw this man. He looked like he wasn't doing too good, looked like a transient. And I asked him if he would be willing to let me give him something. I wanted to give him something. I told him I'm quitting the job tonight. I told him I've been praying about it. And this is something I want to do. This is something, but I didn't want to disrespect him, see? And maybe this is important too. Especially as men. When we give a man a dollar, there's a lot of people out there who are going to accept that dollar. But some people are going to feel insecure about receiving that dollar, even if they need it. Because a man's a provider, So I wanted to respect that in that moment, especially since he looked like a man who was not doing well. I wasn't coming up to him saying, I feel sorry for you. Look at this brother who ain't got shit. Let me give him some money to make me feel better about myself. No. I came up to that man graciously, in honor. Like, yo, it would be an honor to be able to do something for you unselfishly. Would you allow me to be the facilitator of that blessing type of stuff? You feel me? That's how I felt. That was the energy I brought to that man. It wasn't that I wanted to belittle him by giving him his money. I asked him. I was like, I don't know if you're doing bad. I didn't say it in that way. I said, I don't know how you're doing. Are you okay? How are things? Are you doing right now? If you're doing all right, I don't want to disrespect you by giving you something you don't need. But if this is something you could use, would you be willing to take it? And he was super gracious. When I opened up that wallet, I gave him everything I had. It was like $9. I didn't have a lot of money in that wallet. But I gave him everything in it. And he was like, bro, don't give me all this. Please take something for yourself, please. I was like, no, sir. No, sir, I want you to have all of that. I'm okay. I want you to know I'm okay. I'm not giving you all of my money, bro. I'm okay. But what I wanted to do is just make sure that I'm doing something good before I leave this place, bro. Because I'm quitting this job. I told him everything. And all he was really trying to do was look for somewhere to charge his phone. I was like, honestly, I just got in trouble for charging my damn phone, which I did. It's kind of silly. But, maybe it's probably not the right move. But I'm going to walk away if you decide to. Like I said, I'm quitting tonight. So he was like, you know what, bro, I'm not going to even do that to you and your team. I'm not going to do that. Thank you so much. And I was like, thank you, bro. Thank you for taking it. And I hope you understand this is in respect and honor as a man. Like, I don't want you, you know what I mean? I'm not looking down on you when I'm doing this. He was like, no doubt, respect, bro. God bless you. And it was the type of energy that made me feel like that was the way to end it. Like, to accumulate the situation with just being a blessing to somebody or trying to receive a blessing by being a blessing to somebody, Even if I did it for myself. Because I probably did. But the point was, I really want shit to work out for me, man. I'm going out on a fucking limb right now. A bunch of my family members have died. Some friends have died. There's a lot of shit been going on, man. I'm just ready for a fucking break. I've been sticking it out with this weak-ass job. I don't like fucking dealing with people that don't like me. You know what I'm saying? It's like, all right, bro. All right. All I'm doing every day is praying. All I'm doing every day is sacrificing. All I'm doing every day is trying to put out good energy. Even the people that don't even want to give it back to me. It's time for a fucking break, yo. I'm choosing me this day. I can't even tell you how much negative energy I've been fending off just to make $1 over the last couple of months. It's been crazy how much praying I've needed to do just to get through these days, bro. That's why I tell people this is one of the hardest eras of my life. Outside of losing my mother, it's been the second hardest era of my life. Because I've never stayed this long in a situation that made me this unhappy. Never. And it's challenged me to be more of a man, and it's been hard as fuck. But I've reached my wits' end. It's only so much a person could take, and I'm here, man. I'm right here. I'm finally in that space. But I can't do it no more, and I'm proud of myself for doing it this long. And I prayed about it, and I got what I needed. Thank you guys for listening to that long-ass rant. Believe me, it was a lot longer than that, because I'm telling you, I'm going through it in my own head. And trust and believe, my problems are not that bad. You know that. I want you to know I know it too. It's just how my brain works and how much torment I go through with this very, very, very vivid imagination. That's the problem. When you're someone like myself, or even worse, it doesn't matter what's going on around you. It's how you're reacting to it, how your brain is functioning while it's happening. You can drive yourself crazy, and it won't even be that big a deal for other people. But it's just how the brain works. So you gotta know yourself. You gotta treat yourself properly. You gotta train yourself to not just fall victim to all of the weaknesses you have, which I was trying to do here, and I think I did a good job of managing your own brain, man, and trusting that you are doing the right thing. Trusting your instincts. I'm trusting mine. Things are not laid out flat for me by any stretch of the imagination. This is a risk, and a very, very ill-advised one, because I'm quitting a job without another one. Period. But everything else lines up so perfectly that I feel confident that this is the time where it's okay to do so. For me. Do not do this if you don't feel absolutely certain, like I do. My voice is not going to give you that certainty. Definitely not. So, with that being said, I hope for the best for myself, but most importantly, I hope for the best for others, because being selfish is some trash. And I found out that I'm a very selfish person over the last several years, and I'm trying to work on that. So I hope that in taking a look at myself, you'll maybe do the same thing in your own way and find out whatever you need to work on if you haven't already. My name is BDF44. Thank you guys for watching this. I am out.